Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. I'm gonna be honest, for the last past couple of days, I feel like these episodes have just been lazy. Lazy as hell. Listen, it started off great. Finn and Steffi get shot by Sheila, and, it turns out that, Steffi's still alive, but, she's in a coma or whatever. Um, it started off really great, but now it's just slowed down to a damn crawl. And this episode didn't bring anything to the table. Absolutely nothing. We got this flashback scene when Liam is in there talking to Steffi to try to encourage her to stay alive and for the kids and everything like that. And he talks about his past with her a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just like, okay. Doesn't seem like it's going anywhere, but fine. Honestly, tell you, I don't even know why they're still showing this actress. Shouldn't she be you know, like not on the show? I know that they tape these episodes like weeks or months in advance or whatever, but I'm just like, why is she still there for? And then they do this flashback scene with Liam and Steffi, and I'm just like, and he played a song. I'm it just didn't work for me. It didn't work for me. It didn't work for me at all. I'm literally like, what are we doing at this point? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this isn't intriguing when it starts to move somewhere, but it's like they've been playing this same story for about like a week or two, and it's like, didn't they actually have some other stories that was going on in the pot? Like, No Personality Carter, Overbearing Grace, and Dingbat Paris. And whatever happened to Eric and Quinn? Like, what's going on with their storyline? I mean, we saw Bridget for a little bit, but, she didn't really do much. I mean, it was nice to sit there and see her for a little bit, but other than that, it's like, okay. It just felt more like a glorified cameo than anything else. Um, Reg was in there talking to Steffi. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I feel like at this point, well, the past couple of days I've been watching this show. In these particular scenes with Ridge and Steffi, it's like he is just saying it's like he's saying the same things, just using different words to describe the exact same thing. Um, and that's literally what just winds up happening. Now, okay, let's talk about Lee for a minute. And I've said this before. And I know that I'm coming across as a dick. I get that. But with that being said, here's the thing. Certain scenes, I don't always have, well, the patience for. I can look at it, I can see it for what it is, but after a while, it just becomes either I'm into the scene or this is totally not working for me. Now, I get that her son is dead. And it is the worst parent's nightmare for you to ever outlive your child. That is that is the worst thing that a parent could sit there and go through. So I get it. Her emotions are high, and it's just they're high. Now we all know that Sheila was the one that shot Finn. Okay, we all know that. So I get that a lot of people don't have sympathy for her. Hell, I don't have sympathy for her. Within the context of the show, no one knows that. And, I've said this yesterday, and it bears repeating again because I felt like she just kept doing the exact same things that she was doing before. that she gets really emotional. She snaps at Sheila. She's like, "You can't see my son. I've been more of a son than you have been, and you gave up your son, and da da blah 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 blah." It's literally the same things that she was saying yesterday. She just reset it again today. So it made me had even less patience than I did yesterday. Um, and again, it's just like, I get it. You're angry. Your emotions are high, but this is not the time or the place for this. And I get that that's your son and everything like that, but technically, that's her son also. That's her son that she gave birth to. Now, for reasons that are reasons, um, she chose to give him up for adoption. But at the end of the day, that's still her son. And for her to sit there and try to take that away and be like, no, you're not his mother, I've been his mother, and yada, yada, yada. It's like, this isn't the time or the place for that. That's number one. And number two, she just lost his son also. But she's so far in her grief and so angry that it's just like, it's not registering. And I get it, okay? I get it. Sheila is not a good person, and no one should have sympathy for her for what she did. But within the context of the show, no one knows that. So when I look at that as a whole, when I look at it in that context, it just gets so much. And she started snapping at everyone. After a while, I was just like, all right, I'm just going to look at my phone and, like, I overhear something interesting, then I'll talk about it. Now, I guess Detective Baker comes in, and he's just like, it seems like it's a routine robbery. But the question is, what are they doing there? What are they doing in a dark alley? Now, I've said this before. You know what? I'm not even gonna sit there and make light out of this, but and I think everyone knows where I'm going from. Everyone knows where I'm coming from when I talk about people being in a dark alley being murdered. So I don't think I really have to say any more. But I mean, that is a good question. He's like, well, what are they doing back there? And of course, they start asking the usual questions. Would someone want to hurt them? Do they have any enemies? And Lee's like, no, 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 my son was a perfect son, and he was helpful, and this, that, and the third. And I'm kind of sitting there like, I get it. You're angry and you're emotional, but you're not helping. Um, because in reality, you can be damn near Mr. Rogers. And you can always have somebody that's not going to like you for reasons. And I know it sounds stupid, but there's always going to be somebody that somebody's not going to like. Anyway, he couldn't really come up with anything, so he really didn't have anything to go on. So, yeah, um, scene went nowhere. Was Thomas was talking to Liam about Steffi. That was pretty much about it. Um, Taylor was there to try to give some sort of comfort, and Lee left, and yeah. Here's the thing. I think if Lee was just angry and sad and everything like that, I would not have a problem with it. But I just don't feel like it's the time and place for her to be reacting like that with your emotions so high. And Steffi's also fighting for her life, and Sheila just lost a daughter. I mean, a son. It's like, what are we doing? You know? Um, I don't know. As I'm just saying that, I was like, maybe in some respects, it's probably the perfect time to be sitting there venting, but that's about it for the most part. Like I said, this episode didn't really go anywhere. Nothing really came from it. I mean, nothing really came of it. I mean, yeah, Thomas was sitting there asking Sheila, did you have anything to do with this? I mean, at least Thomas is actually the one that's sitting there thinking, like, well, if anyone had a grudge against Steffi, that didn't like Steffi, who would it be? Nope, can't think of anyone. So they actually give one person with a brain that's like, Sheila, did you have anything to do with this? You actually woke me up from this. Somebody actually had some common sense. And it just kind of stopped right there. So yeah, I feel like that's about it. Uh, these, these episodes aren't going anywhere. And I think that's the part that's been disappointing me. It's just been the same setting, talking about the same things, just in using different words to describe the same damn thing, and it's been going on for a week. And I don't really know what else to say about this episode. I think my facial expression and my tone, my mood just kind of describes how I feel about this episode. But how do you feel about this episode? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? What are your thoughts, comments? Um, Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Be safe. Have a great, amazing, and safe weekend, and I will see you in the next video.